size of the drill bit and get it for testing. Always look at your little hole right there, make sure it's clean. A lot of guys will do a bunch of built up stuff in there and they'll get inaccurate. It'll be inaccurate all day long. They won't know the difference. Clean out with clean water every time, blow it out. Anyway, I use the rigs because it's already dirty and I like to keep my stuff clean. So mine stays in my truck just for emergencies. You go to the blow line, you get your 2 cups out, the possum's belly, pour it in the little doodad here, marshmallow.
You're always checking your samples coming out.
Always. It's the best indication of what's going on down the hole.
Right out of the flow line?
Right out of the flow line. Possum belly. That's going to give you the best simulation of what you have going on downstairs.
Right.
Of course, Marsh funnel. How fast this fluid moves through this funnel. Give you 32 ounces. You guys know 10W40, 5W40 motor oils? That should be the exact same way. So I get those readings. What was the disc running before? 104. 104?
And what we had to do? Dilute it a little bit?
Yeah, I broke it back with some water. I was going to bring you guys some mud from 32. I was going to bring you some mud from, is there a sink right here?
Trash can right behind you.
Yeah, there you go.
Does it leak? It doesn't leak, does it?
No.
And your 32 ounce mud cup is going to give you every bit of mud you need to run every check. That's filter press set up. This is mine. George has my other one, regardless of what he says. Pull this bad boy off. Take the lid off. Grab a sheet of filter paper. I'll put my filter paper in my mouth. If it's dry around here, you're going to do a lot better. If it's wet, this filter paper will fold up on you real easy and you'll shoot mud into your graduate cylinder. You spend 5 minutes cleaning it out. Pour it in there. That 1/4 inch deal, that's BS. If you have to pay for your own stuff, you're going to want to conserve those whippets because they are getting more and more expensive as time passes. Get the paper in there quickly, get your lid, and anybody, I can't, those lab models over there, those big filter presses, they suck. They'll seal up on you, you'll get in the field, and you'll end up breaking them. You'll have you and a roughneck out there, 2 pipe wrenches trying to take it apart. They're no good. Those rubber gaskets are I have some sort of silicon in them, silicon-based gasket, and they'll stick certain kinds of mud. I'm doing my deal right here. I run my filter press for 7.5 minutes. We can do both. I'll show you both. Have you done both and looked at your results? They're identical. But you can't do it with 15 minutes. A lot of people have that in their head that, well, I can do 15 minutes and double it. But you come up with, typically your water loss will be about 25 or 30% higher if you do it 15 and double it. But I have seen people in the field do it. People that want to sell risk.
So you do it, what, 7 minutes and double it?
7.5 and double it. That usually, typically in Oklahoma, North Texas, unless you're drilling the Atoka Shale or the Woodford, you're going to have 6 to 8 water loss. So most companies are going to call for 6 to 8. Sometimes 8 to 10 if they're cheap. Now when you turn your filter press on, you wait to hear the air come out of it, and you'll hear it sometimes on the rig. You have to stick your head down there if you're not on diesel electric. Then you start timing it. Now while that's running, pardon me guys, I got one of those. I'll be right back. 25 gallons of minnow in forest, but it's a 12 1/4 inch hole. It's a pretty big hole. We displaced a lot of solids there. Okay, so I've already talked to the derrick can. I'm walking up to the floor. I'm going to get my numbers I need for the basic equations, basic problems that are on these mud check sheets. You're going to need your strokes, because your constant is what your pump puts out. And we'll just say it's 0.100 just because it's easy that way. Sometimes there's 2 pumps on the hole, so don't make the mistake of like trying to just get one pump. Make sure you look at both the pumps. Most of your rigs have Paisons in them. What's the other company? Todco has one.
Rig Watch.
They're going to tell you everything. Rig Watch, yeah. Don't ever read a custom flow. They're wrong. they're completely inaccurate. It's a ball that sits inside the flow line. It is not accurate for giving you an exact amount of returns.
How do you judge returns?
Just by looking.
So you can
I
tell
look
the
and I
percentage
put,
of flow by looking?
just like you guys do. I tie a nut to a rope and I throw it in the pits. You know, if I lose, I'm losing
Oh,
volume.
you're saying just to see your pit volumes?
Yeah, if my pit
I
volume
thought you were talking
falls.
about your return flow, how much return flow?
I'm just a good piece of advice, because the custom flow is always wrong. It's never right. You can have 100% returns, it'll say you're getting 36% back. But you can weigh your mud while you're doing this, you know, this is fairly simple and quick. Now guys, this is good. Oh, they got a yellow box now.
I don't think that one's calibrated on us, honestly.
Oh, it's calibrated. Most sets of scales have a water mark. That one does. And you don't have to calibrate it per se. You know, you don't have to, because if you look at it and say water weighs 1/10 more on this scale, you just add that plus or minus on your weight. But this one's is the bubble itself is 5/100, so it's perfect. Run over, messy. And just twist your lid on there as such. And you rinse it off. Don't have to run the water close. Clean it off real good. And there's some other myths out there that you're supposed to wet the whole scale. It's not true.
That's not right though, is it?
Oh, no. If you wet the whole scale, you can have more water over here than you do over here. That makes no sense. What's it been weighing, Josh? 9.1?
9.2.
9.2?
What is he?
8.7 plus what we have now. Water does incredible things. Your water loss has been running what, guys? Jets. You're never gonna know if mortar and tower jets, 2 pits. They're not gonna write it down on the log, especially if they're running 25 gallons a minute water. They're gonna fill them up pretty quick. They're gonna jet. You're never gonna know. So telling somebody how many pounds per barrel of lignite you have in the mud system, well, you could bullshit them, I suppose, but it won't be accurate. But now, say 7.5 minutes. You've got 7.5 minutes. We're still sitting here talking. I've already talked to the tool pusher. I've gone in and talked to the country man. I've talked to the derrick hand. I've taken them pops. I've counted all my sacks. I've done all that while I'm running my filter press. Time management. I went up to the floor, run all my numbers down. The numbers you need are pump pressure, strokes, and depth. Those are the only 3 you really need to figure out, fill in all the equations on your mud check sheet. Most companies' mud check sheets, like mine. And your first drop with this filter press, which about half you'll have, this is one you'll get. If you're shooting for a 6 water loss, you'll get your first drop in 28 to 30 seconds. And if it happens a lot faster than that, you're in deep shit.
So you do all that whenever you're running a 7.5-minute filter?
Oh, yeah.
You're doing drive-by checks, right?
Yeah.
And your 7.5, when you only do it for 7.5 minutes, then you double the amount of filtrate? Okay.
Filtrate times 2. And API says it's just fine. That's
Okay.
it.
Say it's not fine, too much. What's your first line of offense?
What, for
You got
water
too
loss
much
control?
water loss.
Which is what we have right now.
Pack,
Right now, we've got every bit of a, see, that's an 11.2. So, the company's calling for a 6 to 8, you're gonna have pack. Pack and lignite together is what lowers water loss, not just pack or lignite by themselves.
Say that again?
Pack and lignite together.
Okay.
Or there are other filtrate reducers as well. You know, you've got
What
your
do you got running
biopolymer.
a league mud?
That's what I was about to say. Biopolymer, which is xanthan
That's
gum.
what we're running.
Yeah, xanthan gum, guar gum. Those are good filtrate reducer. Saipan sucks. Try not to ever use it. You're not simulating RAM flow down hole. It was essentially, the drilling fluid was running over the wall tank